collecting now then? Because I know when you go to the Hive, there's lots of.
Okay, so I've got this townhouse that is called the Hive, and the reason why it's called the Hive is because my wife and I, when we built the office, we bought this building, and when we built it, they called her and I Mr. and Mrs. B. The builders did. So then it became the Beehive, and I was just like, okay, this is a bit. So then we nicknamed it the Hive. But at the moment, so you'll see on the walls going up, I collect stopwatches. Maximum price £200, just back to the Breitling, but not really back to the Breitling because I only found that out afterwards. But I collect pocket watches, all types of stopwatches, Omega. I've even started buying pedometers, Hoyer pedometers, and there's some other weird pedometers out there, just because I want to look at the dial design. And they go up the wall, and the box that I had made for them is more expensive than the actual watch. But I love the idea of these stopwatches, and every time I take someone up to our watchmakers that's on the top floor, the reason why they're on the top floor is because I always think that it's the head, but I also give them the lightest space because they're the most important people in. Yeah. And also I love competing with them when we're taking a pocket watch to bits, because I still think that I'm very good at taking stuff to bits. They hate it. They hate it, and also then a screw goes missing, and then it's all of us looking on the floor. So that's one of the sides. But you're asking about what I'm collecting. Yeah. I'm collecting things that I never ever ever will buy a watch for the investment purpose. No. And that's the only thing I got given this advice, and it was I would say I had a very good godfather of type people, a guy called James Dowling that most of you may know. If you don't know, look him up. He's amazing, and he took me on this journey. He's a Rolex, but he's also a collector. He got me onto Pt3 recently. Right. So he got me onto Pt3s, the vibration movement, and about the quartz movement. So this was my thing was, and he went to me and said, never buy it for an investment purpose. Never ever ever buy a watch for investment purpose. If it goes up or if it goes down, if you're happy with that watch, it doesn't matter. Now, everyone says that about cars, they say it about art, you put it on your wall, but on a watch, I can put it on my wrist and I can be happy with it. And, that's my thing. So I'm looking at things that I like. I'm looking at things that make something else beat. Like the Snowdrop. Like, why? Why? It's because I love how the case is. I loved even getting. I got a really. I got a Wiseman strap for it. Just a fabric strap, and I put it on, and the whole thing feels nice. But then taking it apart and looking at how the movement worked, for me that was the coolest thing, is understanding that watch. And now, when I put it back together, not back to bits, back together. Then it's one of those things that I think will be really good.